What is up, world? Welcome back, Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck, and we're going to take a little bit of time today. And I normally don't make videos about this guy, but Ryan Clark has to be the biggest race baiting mofo at ESPN, guys. Make sure you guys get in here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up, like the video. Let's go. Now, guys, Ryan Clark, the guy who was a Super Bowl champion, played with the Steelers. You guys have probably seen this guy on the Pivot podcast. A super successful podcast, I will give him that. But Ryan Clark, man, he makes his bread and butter, at least on ESPN, off race baiting. I don't know who told this guy he's this civil rights activist. I feel like Ryan Clark is somebody that's trying to make an identity for himself, like an Emmanuel Ocho did, except Emmanuel Ocho was actually successful with achieving those things. And Ryan Clark, to me, is a fake phony, just like Stephen A. Smith. ESPN, man, they're hiring all of these guys. And I thought about this today. I'm like, yo, why does ESPN keep hiring all of these guys who were ex-athletes who love race baiting? And what I realize is that ESPN hires these guys, and these guys are able to say what they want to say for the most part because they have platforms that are more huge or just as big as ESPN, right? Let's look at Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, Stephen A. Smith, the Stephen A. Smith Show. You got Ryan Clark, which is the Pivot. And I feel like what ESPN is doing is grabbing all of these podcasters who have a huge audience and hiring them because it's also self-promoting ESPN in a weird way, right? So it's all about the money at the end of the day. But Ryan Clark is up to his race baiting ways again, and I'll be making a video about how he keeps trying to make it out like Lamar Jackson is being treated differently than Josh Allen, which is a bunch of BS to me, in my opinion. And I'll just be calling things like this out, guys. By the way, man, fly Eagles fly. We wearing Eagles paraphernalia until the game day, okay? Now, I want you guys to look at this. NFL teams are entitled to hire who they feel. Once again, guys, this is about Ryan Clark talking about the Rooney Rule, and we will talk about what the Rooney Rule is. NFL teams are entitled to hire who they feel is best for the coaching job, and NFL teams are entitled to hire who they feel is best for the coaching job, and at head coach, I believe that's moved beyond color. Now it's time to create better resume and career building opportunities for minorities to combat nepotism. And I'm just like, man, I mean, why does everything has to be about black and white? Especially when no one's thinking like that. You see, what I get tired of, I mean, seriously, as a black man, what I get tired of is everybody, as soon as they see two black quarterbacks do something good, we have to announce it to the world. I mean, you guys, obviously, you know I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I didn't like the way that they did it with Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, two black quarterbacks. I don't give a shit about all of that. I care about the optics of the game. I care about watching a good football game. I mean, I don't want to focus on, well, damn, this is a black quarterback, I might as well tune in. No, that's not what sports is about. But when you have guys who are a no-name losers trying to make a reputation for themselves, and you see this guy like, I remember at one point he came out and said something about, politics, and the black community got mad at him. He went and made a whole promo video saying this about Kamala Harris. I'm just like, bro, to me, a man is a man that stands on his own. He doesn't give a bleep about what other people think. And it just is so bothersome to me that people don't think for themselves, or people do things because of the consensus. Like, bro, where are your nuts? Stand up on your own. That's why I actually do like people that are unorthodox. And what do I mean by that? I like people like Antonio Brown. I like people like Jason Whitlock. I like people who are unapologetic and are outspoken, but guess what? My opinion shouldn't move them or sway them off of their opinion. And you see it with Stephen A. Smith. You see it with Shannon Sharp. You see with all these black guys on TV, man, when the black community disagrees with anything that they say, they can't handle it. They're just like the weakest shit to me ever. You go lift all these weights and run up and down the field, and you afraid of somebody's opinion? Come on. Anyway, guys, it goes on to say the entire football world knew Gerard Mayo was fired, so Robert Kraft could hire Mike Vrabel. Now, he's saying that Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, was pretty much setting this thing up for Mike Vrabel. But here's my thing. Now, from the reports, people were saying that Gerard Mayo was Bill Belichick Jr. And Bill Belichick even signed off on this, right? Right? For the most part, the players and everything. Unfortunately, it didn't work, right? Just like it didn't work with Antonio Pierce. Now, if I have to be honest, guys, me covering sports, I got to call it like I see it. A lot of these coaches are a good story, but it doesn't translate on the field. If players aren't producing, if you lost the voice of the locker room, if you're trying to be something that you're not, players aren't going to listen. They're going to tune you out. And when these coaches fire these minorities, right, they do it based off of not just the OCs and the DCs, the coaches and coordinators. They're asking the players. I didn't hear not one player come to Gerard Mayo's defense and say, man, I'm really pissed, right? I'm really pissed that they let this guy go. No, you didn't, because they didn't believe in him. So, in my opinion, I just hate when people come out and just always try to say stuff like this. But let's keep going. Vrabel is an excellent choice, but the hiring process has made a complete mockery of the Rooney Rule. Now, I ask myself, well, let me go look at this Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule encourages hiring best practices to foster and provide opportunity to diverse leadership throughout the NFL. The Rooney Rule is one part of NFL's effort to develop a deep, sustainable talent pool at all levels of the organization. The policy promotes diverse leadership among NFL clubs to ensure the promising candidates have the opportunity to prove they have the necessary skills and qualifications to excel. Through hiring best practices, the Rooney Rule aims to increase the number of minorities hired in head coach, general manager, and executive positions. This diversity enriches the game and creates a more effective quality organization from top to bottom. Let me tell you guys why I disagree, or I don't really have respect for the Rooney Rule, is because I don't want anything given to me out of pity, okay? I don't believe in DEI. I don't. I never really did. I think that you should be hired and fired based off of your skill set, based off what you have to present. Now, that doesn't mean in any shape or form that I'm going against my community or any other minority. But what I am saying is, don't give me anything out of pity or desperation, or just to meet the NFL's rules standing. I mean, because it's not going to be genuine. And a lot of you guys are probably going to push back, oh, this guy is a goofy, this guy's a clown. Who wouldn't want black people to have the opportunity? No. I want the right black people to have the opportunity. I don't want people that's going to just be a feel-good story and just listen to the locker room. That's how Antonio Pierce got his job. It was a feel-good story. They rallied to beat the Kansas City Chiefs, right? Andy Reid probably had to be laughing to himself, knowing the whole time that, oh, this guy is never going to be able to really just beat us like that, right? But Antonio Pierce was a feel-good story. The locker room, they clamored. They wanted this guy so bad because in the moment it felt good. But that moment soon passed, and you had the results of the Las Vegas Raiders. What are they, like number 1 or 2 in the NFL draft this season? Like, come on, guys. Like, you gotta hire the right candidates, man. And I just feel like the Rooney Rule, man, is, to me, if I'm a minority, I don't want to get my job through that process, right? But you got these race baiting guys like what's his name? You got these race baiters like Ryan Clark who get on live TV and they say things like this.
Vrabel being hired by the New England Patriots. I think it was a hire that many people saw coming, especially Aaron Glenn, the defense coordinator of the Detroit Lions, who turned down an opportunity to interview. And I think this kind of puts a light on the Rooney Rule, which to me, the New England Patriots made a mockery of. To interview Pep Hamilton and Byron Leftwich, two coaches who aren't even in football right now, just to fulfill a quota, right? The Rooney Rule was put in place so some of these minority coaches could get opportunities to get in front of these executives and some of these owners that truly were looking to give the job to the best person.
The dude was not good. Do we see this happening with Mike Tomlin? And this guy hasn't reached the AFC championship in quite some time, man. It's either you qualify or you don't. That's just what it is, man. Honestly, I wouldn't even want to be having this segment in front of other people. Like, you guys look like you are on TV begging for an opportunity, and I just think, respectfully, it's just not the best look, man. These organizations are going to hire who they want to hire, It's their businesses. If they don't want to hire a minority, man, we can't keep beating it and clamoring for this. Like, hey, like, if you are good, right? I do believe Aaron Glenn is going to get an opportunity. And we do see not just black people, but we saw with Rivera. He's had a few head coaching jobs. The truth of the matter is, man, those jobs, there's only 32 of them. So I feel like it's a give or take situation is what I'm getting at, man. But I don't know, man. This guy, Ryan Clark, is just a cheese ball. I don't know if ESPN puts this guy up to do these type of things. And he sounds like a wannabe to me. He tries to go out here and use these big words, and he tries to, talk like with emphasis and like he's making impact, and like they care so much about the black community. And I'm just like, bro, like, if I'm being honest, man, if I'm a white man on this panel, like Bill Belichick is here, and of course Chris Long used to play with the Philadelphia Eagles. It looks like Chris Long. But check this out, guys. All I'm thinking about is, bro, can we please get past the next segment? Like, let's just be honest, man. Like, they're probably thinking like, bro, shut up. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but they probably are like, let's just get past this segment. These are very uncomfortable conversations. You guys been on TV crying and whining about the same thing, man. I say, let's stop looking for handouts, man, and just, if we're the right person, we're the right person. God will put us where we need to be. So you guys let me know what y'all think, man. Drop y'all's comments in the comment section. What do y'all think about Ryan Clark suggesting that the Rooney Rule should be dismissed? Let me know, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.